And you have a really good analogy with your garden and vineyard. Can you share, like, explain that? Because I think that is so good.
That was something I actually caught myself saying years ago, and I didn't realize how true it would be to my journey when I
Dang
said
it.
it. Oh gosh. But I mean, this even being back when I was like working more in like the health and wellness and stuff like that, was that I didn't set out to plant a garden. I set out to plant a vineyard. And that being that a lot of people, when it comes to business and vocation, and both are necessary. And it's not that one's bad and one's good, or one's right, one's wrong. It's not that, right? Just different journeys. You have a lot of people that will set out to plant a garden, which is a quick turnaround. You sow seeds in a garden,
Mhm.
you plant it in the spring, you start pulling fruit from that in the summer, in the fall. When you go out to plant a vineyard or an orchard, you establish it years before you see fruit. And over the course of those years, everything that you're doing, tending to it, is in faith that it is going to come to fruition. You're constantly going through, you're making sure that you're keeping the weeds out, you're making sure that you're pruning, you're shaping, you're nurturing the soil, taking care of the soil, the foundation of that vineyard. But there are a lot of years there where you see no fruit. And I think when we're talking about business, especially a legacy business, we can miss that side of it when we're in those early stages. Because like, I'm just not seeing, I'm working my tail off here. Can you not see the calluses on my hands? And there is no fruit in them. If only there was just a little bit of something. God, I'm hungry. I want, what is going on here? Why am I not seeing fruit? Right. But then you hit this point where it starts to bear fruit. And at that early onset, it's exciting, but it's still not the fullness of where it's going. Right? If you keep tending to that vineyard, you end up with something that can, I think they say with grapevines, they can produce, once they start producing, they can produce for over 100 years. Right? Can you imagine the power of going in and establishing? You look at Proverbs, what does it say? It says, out of her earnings, she plants what? Proverbs 31, out of her earnings, she plants a vineyard. So here she goes out,
Vineyard.
this Proverbs 31 woman. She is resourceful. She brings her goods, her values. It says that she sees that her trading is profitable and her lamp does not go out at night. This is a woman who sees that she brings value. She is diligent. And then out of what she is earning in the moment, she doesn't get locked into just that transactional. She goes out and she plants something that's going to produce fruit for generations. And so I looked at that like with my own life story, my own
Mhm.
business, with saying, okay, it's not necessarily the easy route. It's not necessarily the quick route, but it will reap a harvest. Or it says, you will reap a harvest if you do not give up. And so I think that's something that, man, if more people could take hold of that, that sometimes God has you on a journey where you're not seeing fruit because what it is that he's looking to bring, the type of fruit that he's looking to bring forth in your life is not overnight fruit. It's not one season fruit. It is generational fruit. It is long lasting, that once it does start bearing fruit, it will be good. It will be abundant, but there's work to be done to get it established. And so there's patience that's involved, and there's a heck of a lot of faith that comes through it. But just
A lot of
imagine
faith.
a lot, a lot. But I look at, like,
Yes.
what does it mean for the generations to come when we, in faith, continue to set our hands to the task?
Mhm.